Rejection is really a state of mind. Hi, I'm Adriel, creator of the Herpes Opportunity, which is all about positively shifting your mindset, disclosing to potential partners in a way that truly connects you, and ultimately finding the love that you want and deserve. Now you can check out the free ebook linked in the description below about having the talk. And now, onto the video. I hope you enjoy it. Because I heard this key phrase that you said that a lot of people say of like, well, what if they reject me? I want to clarify that rejection is really a state of mind, okay? And what I mean by that is someone can only reject you in the way that we think of rejection, where like, oh, he rejected me and now my heart is broken and my life is ruined, or like, that's maybe kind of extreme, but like that kind of a reaction of like someone rejected me, that can only happen when you reject yourself. And that may sound kind of woo-woo and like self-helpy or whatever, but like really think about it. Like if someone walks up to you on the street and is like, ew, your green hair is nasty. You're like, well, I don't have green hair, so okay. Like you're not identifying with having green hair because you know that's not you. So if someone were to like reject you outright, it's not like you just deny it and you're like, oh, whatever, I'm great. It's still it's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna be like, oh my God, my life is over, right? It's just gonna be like, oh, it's preference, right? Like maybe one of your deal breakers is like, oh yeah, I don't want to date a smoker because I've never smoked and I don't like the taste of it and the smell of it and I just don't want to, right? It's a preference thing. And some people will be like, have like a negative reaction to herpes, but is that really you? Is it because you're not enough? No, you happen to have herpes and that was a deal breaker to them. Just like, oh, they happen to be a smoker and that's a deal breaker to you. It doesn't have to go deeper than that. So here's a reframe around like a successful disclosure conversation. It doesn't matter whether they accept you or reject you. The fact is that you had the courage enough to have the conversation, and you had that conversation from a place of like self-awareness, self-acceptance, presence, connection, trust of yourself and him. Right? You're stepping into all of these things, and all of those things, notice that those are the things that you have control over. You have control over how you show up. If you're putting success, like your rules for success, in the camp of the things that you can't control, AKA his reaction or his response, you're giving your power away. Literally, right? So rewrite the rules and say a successful disclosure to me isn't whether he rejects me or accepts me or whatever. It's just that I did it, and I did it well, and I did it with courage, and I did it with presence, and any of those other ways that you would kind of see success for yourself. And that's the bar that you set for yourself. Does that help? Yes. Yeah. So here's a reframe for that too. I got reframes out the wazoo. So yes, you really want this. That's great. When you can, it can be a double-edged sword, or maybe that's the wrong metaphor, but like if you really like want something and you really care about it, you could focus on the fact that like, oh my gosh, I could lose it. And that's going to feel scary to you. That's going to like make you contract. That's going to make you you're going to be in a place of fear. You're going to withdraw. You're not going to be present for the disclosure conversation because you're afraid of losing this thing that you really want. But the flip side of that coin can be like, wow, this is really special. This is really special. I haven't felt this in a long time. I'm going to focus on that. Wow, this feels really good. I feel like I trust this man. Right? All of these good things. And you can focus on all of those good things. And that is what you hold on to during the disclosure talk. Not with your fingernails digging into it like, I need this. But like, Let me focus on that as opposed to what I could be losing if he says no. It's like, no, I'm going to focus on that and also bring it up and share it with him and be like, hey, I have something important to talk to you about. Like, are you up for an important conversation? Well, let me start off by saying, I just really appreciate how special you are to me. Like, even though I've only known you for a little bit, like, I feel like I can trust you, and that means a lot. Like, that's like, thank you for being that kind of a man and that kind of a person, right? That you're focusing on that without being like, I'm afraid of losing it, right? You're celebrating it in the moment. And what if anything would give you more of a chance of like being successful in like being connected, but like focusing on that during a disclosure conversation, right? You have a choice of what you're going to focus on. Why not focus on the good part? And I'll tell you why you avoid focusing on the good part. And this is a human thing, not a you thing. It feels more vulnerable. It feels more vulnerable to be like, I really like you, and I'm going to focus on that. You feel your heart more. You feel open. You feel tender, right? So if he says no, you're going to feel it more because you're more open. But ironically, that is also the best chance of success because you're open and you're connected with him, right? You see what I'm saying? It's like that could be a self-fulfilling prophecy of being like, I'm afraid of losing him, so I'm not going to totally open myself to the moment. Well, I hope you got a lot out of that video. And if you did, please let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and keep an eye out for more videos just like this.